Alright, the time has come to see if this thing will start. We got fuel, we got oil. So it should go. As I said, I haven't fitted the starting pump yet. So we'll have to give it a shot of start fluid or some carburetor cleaner should fire it up. Throttle position needs to be halfway according to the French manual, whilst the American manual says full throttle. So that's interesting. Alright, we've got gears all in neutral, handbrake or foot brake is on. Let's see if anything happens if we just move the throttle halfway. So I think it needs a bit of help. So it runs pretty well. There is a bit of blow-by. Can be expected of an engine of this age. Now we've got a coolant leak. I need to investigate that. I think it's another hose clamp that has failed. And for the rest, PTO works, up-down works. It seems to maintain the hydraulic pressure. That's all good. Seems to run really well. It idles nice and smoothly. It accelerates well. I think overall, good result. Now I can continue on. Parked it there for an oil change that it's a bit more level. Then we still need to put the side skirts on and the whole cowling, bodywork. Overall, good result. So the water temperature was starting to come up. So the gauge is working. All of that is working. This one here was working. Oil pressure was working. The ammeter didn't really show much, so not sure what's going on, if there's something wrong with my wiring or the fuse. Have to check that next time. As you can see, I did put the steering wheel on, but that's that done. I put it back in neutral, so neutral position switch does work. And that's about it. Brakes work. It shifts as well. The clutch seems a bit low for the PTO. So I don't know if that needs a bit of adjustment. So I'll figure that out. Alright, so I discovered another thing. It seems that the gasket for my fuel pump is leaking. So we're leaking oil. It's a direct line to that gasket. I believe there's a gasket in my gasket kit for the engine, so hopefully I don't need to buy anything. So I don't know, the easiest would probably to get those fittings off, but seeing how mangled those fittings are, I might try to leave them in place and slightly bend it to get those two nuts off, and then redo the gasket, because we're streaming oil. It also seems like the oil pressure pipe is sweating a bit, so you might have to change those copper washers as well. And it's a good time to do it at the same time as the oil filter and the oil change itself. For the rest, I don't really see any other leaks. I got a bit of a fuel leak here, so I think also coming from these fittings. So let's see if I can get a whole assortment of copper washers to change all of those out. Now, obviously, I know that here's a leak, so that will slowly drip down, but can't really do too much about that. This one here seems a bit wet, so I might have to see if that one's any loose. The others are looking okay. This here is wet because this little pipe leaks there, so that's dripping onto there. It's all part of the self-lubricating system, anti-rust. But overall, I didn't see any leaks at the rear axle. On those gaskets, there are also no leaks from the gaskets from the water pump and the water flange, and all of that seems to be dry. This shiny is from the grease from fitting the gaskets, so not worried about that. So I tightened this hose clamp up. I could still tighten it a bit, and the leaking has stopped, so I think that fixed that. Overall, a good test run. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you all on the next video.